Brent Blamires is our fire marshal. Justin Beasley, your Mount Juliet Fire Department Public Information Officer. So we are out here at Swallow Cove, and if you're just now joining us, Thursday morning, fire happened around 6:15 is when the call came in. But the reason me and Brent are back out here is there's a lesson to be learned from this very innocent way that this fire actually happened, and a teaching tool that we want to inform our community on, and really anybody that's watching this video.
Yeah, so after an investigation, we've come up with our cause and origin, and we found that the homeowner was just getting ready for the springtime and wanted to stain his deck and the fencing, and he was using just normal stain and the rollers, and when he was done with it, he ended up just putting the rollers in a plastic trash can, covered it up, and over time those oils, if they're not dried out, will just sit there and they start heating up on their own, and it's what's called spontaneous ignition. And what it ended up doing was just spontaneously ignited, caused the fire in the trash can, then caught the wood on fire underneath the deck, and then ultimately just got it to the deck and up inside the attic. And so the lesson learned from this is we know people are going to be out there staying in their decks, staying in their fences. If you're dealing with anything oil-based paints, anything like paint thinner, things like that, either dry them out on the sidewalk just so they get all dried out and they're not wet, or get a metal trash can with a metal lid, put them in there, and if they do spontaneously ignite, it's contained, it's not going to go anywhere. And also just keep it away from your structures. Don't put them inside your garages or anywhere else like that.
You could never be too safe, and really that's why it was imperative to get this video out as soon as possible. Share with your friends, family, anybody in your neighborhood that you know is staining deck or doing spring projects. Brent, on that same note, it never hurts to ask fire marshal, anybody in the fire department. As Kenny Martin said today, you guys have been telling us about a lot of stuff, and we want to make sure that we're listening, especially this time of year. What other advice would you have for us just in general, spring, summer, as we're starting to get into the summer months?
So like I said, spring cleaning, we want to clean up. We want to make our yards, look better after the winter, because we know what happens in the winter time. When you're burning tree limbs and some brush, make sure it's away from the house. Make sure you've got a hose available, so if something does get out of hand, you can put it out. Make sure it's out after you're done with it. Cleaning your barbecues, there's another one.
Yeah.
Check your fittings for the barbecue. Over time during the winter, that plastic for the hose will deteriorate, which then, when you light your barbecue the first time, it could come down and catch the propane tank on fire.
Right.
Just a number of different safety aspects that people don't look at a lot of times for fire safety. But if you ever have any questions, you don't hesitate to give us a call down at the office or at any of the fire stations. We can help it out.
And this fire started in the backyard, neighbors walking their dogs in the morning. If you see something, be sure to say something, especially early in the morning where something like that can happen. I think this fire was starting until everybody found out about 4:15 is what you said.
Yeah.
Based on your footage and your investigation. So thank you and your team for doing that, and the fire department as well for just doing a terrific job of getting here to this scene. Do want to speak to the family just a little bit. We got a chance to meet them. Obviously a tough day for them on Thursday and a tough morning, but we want to also extend this, our Mount Juliet Police Department, a great job on scene as well, but they have actually extended that. The Mount Juliet Police Foundation, which is doing fantastic work. We're going to put that link in the comments and in this video. Have actually set up a way that you can help out the family. I know that the foundation has already done some as well, so we appreciate that. And yeah, Mount Juliet, you know how to get behind a worthy cause and to help out somebody in need and to lend out a helping hand. You have done this a ton of times, and we certainly appreciate that, and we'll extend you that opportunity as well. If you have any questions, please let us know in the comments. We'll be sure to answer them as best as we can. And again, use this as a lesson here in Mount Juliet. That's what we have our fire marshal and our great fire staff here for. Brent Blamires, Justin Beasley, thank you all for joining us.